In the last video, we looked at how an external applicant could apply for a job posting. In this video, we're going to look at how we can hire that applicant into the system. So we're going to go into the recruitment module. I'm acting as a recruiter or an HR resource at this point, and I'm going to go into my applicant list. I'm going to do a search. I know that it was Emily Smith, so I'm going to search for her and select her. Now, as the recruiter, I can go through and I can review the information that she entered. I can make changes. I can add additional information based on discussions, interviews, update her record in general. And once I'm happy with Emily and I've decided that she's going to be the successful candidate, I can launch the hire script from here. It is a checklist. We can turn off a couple of pieces of information. We don't need to enter in banking information or an extra address at this point. And then we'll move through the process. So information that comes from the position that she applied for is going to automatically default in. I am going to change her employee number. We can get the system to automatically do that, but we'll just do that ourselves. And add in things like her address, make sure her record's as complete as it can be. And if we know certain key pieces, we'll put them in now. So we'll do her birth date. Just change the year here. And we do need to enter in an event code and a reason why we're actually entering in this information. And then we can proceed in the process. So we can enter in a taxation record depending on where the job is located, where she lives. We're going to take the default here. We don't have a SIN right now, so it's going to warn us of that, but that's okay. We'll proceed in the process. And now we're going to look at the position record. So this is defaulting from the position that she applied for. Put that in. We'll make sure that she has a supervisor. And then she can move to the next screen. We can update information where she's going to be located, how the job's going to be costed. A lot of this information will detail from the position itself, but we can change information here, update it as required. We have her supervisor in place. We want to make sure that's available so she can log into employee self-service right away, and then we'll move throughout the process. So benefits, we're going to give her a benefit plan, but we're not going to select individual benefits for her because we're going to let her do that through employee self-service. Generate wages for her based on the defaults. We can add additional allowances, payments that might be required. We will put her on a schedule plan, so if we do want to have her run scheduling, we can do that. So we could add an additional position. Quite often people are hired to do 50-50, two different positions, but we'll just leave it at one for now. Move on to the benefits. As I mentioned, we're not going to pick these because we're going to let her do that. We're going to generate the balances though. We're going to add in some accruals for her, what vacation she can accrue, what levels, and then she's hired into the system. So now Emily's in the system and she can go into employee self-service and make her benefit changes and see her own information there. And that's what we're going to look at in the next video.